Good morning, fourth grade. Miss Austin here, and I am going to do our math video learning mini lesson. Today we are talking about decomposing fractions. Decomposing means to break the numbers apart. Maybe you heard of things decomposing in the ground. Say you ate an apple and you put the core in the ground. It could decompose and break apart and become a part of the soil. We decompose fractions by breaking the numbers apart. This can be done with numbers or fraction models. And it really is simple. Don't overthink it. It's really just taking a fraction and breaking it into smaller fractions. So now we're going to look at how to decompose a fraction. So we have the fraction 4/5 over here. When we are decomposing fractions, the denominator always stays the same. The only thing we are going to change is the numerator. And we are going to go back to kindergarten, and we are going to think of what numbers can add up to 4. 1 plus 3 equals 4, 2 plus 2 equals 4, and 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. So looking at our fraction models below, we are just going to change our thinking from the kindergarten way to the fourth grade way down here. So as we can see, we have a circle that's cut up into 5 pieces. This represents 1/5. One piece is colored out of the 5. Plus 1, 2, 3, 3/5. Now to add fractions, all you have to do is add the numerators. 1 plus 3 equals 4, and the denominator always stays the same. This is one way you can decompose the fraction 4/5. Another way you can decompose the fraction is 2 plus 2. So here we have 2/5 plus 2/5 equals 4/5. The denominator stays the same, and you just add the numerators to get 4/5. Finally, here we have 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. The denominator stays the same as 5. Here are 3 ways you can decompose the fraction 4/5. Now let's try another one. Remember, we're decomposing fractions or breaking a fraction up into smaller parts. So friendly reminder that the denominator always stays the same. We're only going to be changing the numerator. The numerator is the number on top. The denominator is down below. So we have the number 3. What are 2 ways we can break down the number 3? Well, we can have 1 plus 2, or we could have 1 plus 1 plus 1. Both these ways equal 3. So showing it with a model, as you can see here, we have a circle that is cut up into 8 pieces, and we shaded one piece. Here is 1/8 plus 2/8 equals 3/8. You only add the numerators. I wish I had a stylist like you guys have. And the denominator stays the same. Over here, we have circles that are cut up into 8ths. We're only going to add the numerators. 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 equals 3/8. Here are 2 ways you can decompose or break down the fraction 3/8. It's really simple. It's just basic addition. So I'm just going to do a couple more examples. We have the fraction 3/6 that we're supposed to decompose. So I think in my brain, what are ways I can add up to 3? Well, there's 1 plus 1 plus 1, and there's 2 plus 1. Both of those equal 3. Now all I have to do is make these into fractions. The denominator stays the same, as I've always said. 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 equals 3/6. 2/6 plus 1/6 equals 3/6 as well. So you can decompose any type of fraction. This is an ugly, improper fraction. Oh, it looks so wrong. But we can still decompose it. All you have to think in your head is, what is the numerator? The numerator is 7. What are numbers that can add up to 7? Well, you could go 1 plus 6. You could go 3 plus 4. You could go 2 plus 2 plus 1. You could do 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. I don't have enough room for that. I could do 3 plus... Okay, well, first of all, down here, that equals 5, Miss Austin. Hello. I could do 3 plus 1. There's tons of different ways you can break down the number 7. To decompose a fraction, you just have to make these onto fractions. Remember, my friends, that the denominator stays the same. So what you have to do is you have to add the denominator to each. It's going to stay improper. 1/2 plus 6 over 2 equals 7 over 2. Improper. Let me change my color. Actually, I'll keep it consistent. 3 over 2 plus 4 over 2 equals 7 over 2. 2 over 2 plus 2 over 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 2 over 2 equals 2, 4, 6, 7 over 2. Here you can see, though, that we would have 3 wholes with 1/2 left over. So it does make making improper fractions proper a little easier. I'm sorry, it's wrong. 3 1/2. Whoopsies. And then we have 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2 plus 1 over 2 equals 7 over 2. So this is, in short, decomposing fractions. We're going to practice this for the next 3 remote learning days. This was the intro video. You have a iExcel to work on for 10 minutes where you're practicing this skill, and then you have a really short 4-question seesaw activity. I hope you all are doing well and staying healthy, and thank you for your continued hard work. Adios!